Good morning, everyone. I think you have an idea about electronic displacements. See, electronic displacements are mainly of two types, that is, a permanent electronic displacement and temporary electronic displacement. Permanent electronic displacement occurs in the presence, or yeah, permanent electronic displacement occurs even in the absence of reagent. That is permanent electronic displacement. So now we are going to discuss about the hyperconjugation. It is means here hyperconjugation can occur even in the absence of reagent. So it is a permanent electronic displacement. See, this hyperconjugation is also called as a Baker-Norton effect because the scientist named Baker-Norton introduced this. That's why it is called so. And this hyperconjugation is also called as no bond resonance because whenever the electron displacement occurs, here bond is lost, so that we can call this as no bond resonance. See, for the hyperconjugation, alpha hydrogen is very important. If you observe here, this is a carbon double bond carbon. So the carbon which is attached to the double bonded carbon is alpha carbon. So the hydrogen which in turn attached to the alpha carbon is alpha hydrogen. So here this alpha hydrogen is very important. See here, if we observe, here shifting is happening. So here sigma bond shifting is happening. See, if you observe here the double bond means here sigma bond is shifted to this carbon, so that the bond means the alpha hydrogen bond shifted to here, so that here the bond is getting lost. So that's why this is called as that's why this is called as no bond resonance. Okay, hyperconjugation is mainly used to find the stability. Okay, so in order to tell the stability based on hyperconjugation, we can tell whether the particular molecule is stable or not. Okay, now here we have one formula, means we have one important thing, that is if we want to find the number of hyperconjugation structures, because already I told you know that means means we can tell stability based on the hyperconjugation. Means if number of hyperconjugation structures means if number of hyperconjugation structures are more, then that particular molecule or the compound is more stable. See, if we want to find the number of hyperconjugation structures, first of all we had to count the number of alpha hydrogens present in that particular molecule, and then we had to add 1 to the number of alpha hydrogens. So hyperconjugated structures is equal to number of alpha hydrogens plus 1. Yeah, we have so many applications of hyperconjugation, means we can find stability of carbocations, alkenes and so on. Okay, let us take one example to understand this concept. See, this is a carbocation. If we want to find means among these four carbocations, we want to know the order of stability, then we had to observe the hyperconjugated structures. See, already I said if we want to find the number of hyperconjugation structures, we had to find number of alpha hydrogens and we had to add 1 to that. See, first let us take this example. Here alpha hydrogens, first of all we had to count the alpha hydrogens. See here, 3 plus 3 plus 3 means 9 alpha hydrogens are present in this. Here 3 plus 3 6. This is not alpha hydrogen because the means the carbon which is attached to the carbocation is alpha carbon, and the hydrogens which in turn attached to this alpha carbon is alpha hydrogen. So here we have only 6 hydrogens, here we have 3 hydrogens, and here we don't have any alpha hydrogen, so 0. Means here now we have found only alpha hydrogens. Now we want to know the hyperconjugated structure, so we know that just we should add 1 to this. So 10 7 4 1. So we can find stability, and we know the stability order. As this have more number of hyperconjugated structures, it is more stable. So 1 is more stable than 2, which is more stable than 3, and which in turn is more stable than 4. Yeah, let us take one more example, that is in case of alkenes. See, in the first example we have 3 alpha hydrogens. Here alpha hydrogens are absent. Okay, and If you want to know the hyperconjugated structures, just add 1, so that here we will get 4, and here we will get 1 hyperconjugated structures. So we know that first structure is more stable than the second. Yeah, let us take this example. This is the most important. You see here, first what we had to do, just count the number of alpha hydrogens. Here we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is a 3 4 is 12. So here we have 12. See, here we have 12. Here 3 3 3 9, 3 3 6. Here also 3 3 6. See here, both the forms have same number of alpha hydrogens. So we should observe the structure. See here, cis form is present, whereas here trans form is present. So already we know that cis forms are more stable than the trans forms. So that's why we had to give priority to this than this. Okay, next, here 3 alpha hydrogens are present, and here no alpha hydrogens. So based on this we can tell stability, that is 1 is more stable than 2, which is more stable than 3, and 3 is more stable than 4, and 4 is more stable than 5 and 6. Yeah, this is a hyperconjugation. If you have any doubts, you can ask me again. Thank you.